There are more than 6 million Americans living with Alzheimer's and other dementias. When unsupervised, a patient can become confused or afraid, is vulnerable to falls and injury, or may simply wander away from home. Who is caring for people with dementia? People with Alzheimer's disease and related dementias are usually cared for by family members or friends. The majority of people with dementia are receiving care in their homes. Each year in the U.S. alone, more than 16 million people provide more than 17 billion hours of care for family and friends with dementia. About one-third of these caregivers is age 65 or older themselves, and approximately one-quarter of dementia caregivers care not only for an aging parent or spouse, but also for children under the age of 18. Given all their responsibilities, the Trax monitoring app is essential for the home caregiver. Using the family's existing Apple Watch and phones, Trax provides the functionality of dedicated monitoring systems without the purchase of additional hardware or online services. The Trax requires no active input from the patient. All the monitoring hardware is already a part of the Apple Watch. Let's go over the notifications that can be sent to the caregiver's iPhone. The heart rate notification indicates that the patient's heart rate has increased. This could mean that the patient is frustrated, afraid, angry, or has hurt themselves. The caregiver knows to stop meal preparation or whatever they may be doing and check on the patient. The fall notification is sent should the Apple Watch receive a sharp blow, such as may be experienced during a fall. This notification is sent separately from the heart rate notification to provide the caregiver with as much usable information as possible. If the patient removes the watch, it immediately locks as a standard security feature of the Apple Watch. Trax lets the caregiver know that this has happened and provides the patient's location at the time the watch is removed. Of course, the patient is now no longer being monitored, and as with the notifications shown earlier, the caregiver should immediately check on the patient. The watch should be put back on and returned to service. Possibly one of the most stressful events for a caregiver is to find a loved one missing. Should the patient roam beyond the safe radius entered during the app setup, the caregiver is notified that the patient is wandering away. The app immediately starts tracking the patient's location through Apple Maps. The Apple Watch is sensitive enough to show where the patient is relative to the home's front or back doors. As with all notifications, the caregiver should immediately check on the patient. If the caregiver is delayed, the patient's position is continuously updated. These updates make the swift and safe recovery of the patient much easier. A loved one can be a demanding task. Using Trax to assist the caregiver will help improve the quality of life for all concerned. Thank you for your time and consideration.